Boom. What's up, world? It's your boy Black Moses back again with another episode of just two G's talking. 1 2 1 2. I got my man Big 60 Cal coming in with the heavy ammo. Boom, 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 boom. What's up, my guy?
What's up, man?
What's up with you?
Hey, man, let me tell you, I'm just grateful to be here, man.
Oh man,
I'm just gonna keep it real, man.
Yeah.
The love you're showing me and my family, man, and the opportunity to just be a part of this, man.
Yeah.
Come on,
bro.
man. It's just no. I'm just being real, dude. I'm just grateful to be here.
Oh man, I'm
I'm
grateful.
just looking forward to seeing what God about to do.
Yeah. Man, he about to show out, bro. I got to. Man, you gonna start off with God already, man.
Dude, you got to give him. We here because of this.
Yeah. Oh my
Come on,
gosh,
man.
man. He trying to go heavy already. I'm trying to come in here. He went to 60,000 feet right off the bat.
You went 60 cal. I got to bring.
Yeah, you're right. I did go 60 cal.
You went 60 cal, so we got to get on.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, man. That's gonna be dope, man. So what's up, man? What's going on in your life, man?
Hey, man, I'm just, I'm in that area, man, and I'm always trying to achieve and do great things, man.
Yeah.
And, you get that period in your life where you in transition.
Yeah.
And you just glad to be there.
Right.
It's just like the unknown is there.
Yeah.
But you just excited to be in it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I get it.
I'm in a glorified transition, man.
Yeah.
Of just finding out what God wants Calvin to do.
Right.
He wants me to do, not so much what I want to do.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense. But yeah, I'm excited, man. The whole thing of bringing, when you stop chasing, man, and start attracting.
Yeah. Oh,
man, what God brings into your life.
Yeah.
And then you roll with what he brings you.
Oh my gosh.
Come on, man.
Bro, I know.
You're talking
man.
new level stuff, man.
Oh my gosh. I'm excited, man.
I am too, man.
Oh my gosh. For you guys that don't know, this guy is a hero to me, man. This is a true G that has gravitated to greatness and is going back to seek further greatness just on a different level, man. I just don't, man, he's got so much to say. I don't even know where to start, man, because you have so much, man. And I'm just trying to figure it out, man. And
That's good.
You are just a blessing to me and my family, man. You just have come into my life and shared some things, man. And so we just gonna go, man. And if you feel like flowing into something, man, we'll just flow into it. But I got a couple things.
All right, man.
I thought we'll just start off with a topic. I'm not even going to hit him up. I'm just gonna let you be Cal, man. We'll get to your stuff when it happens, man. All right. So the big thing right now, man, is this Marvin Sapp situation. For those that don't know out there, Marvin Sapp had a video air from last year, and I guess he was kind of collecting some funds for this church or function he was at, man, and the video went viral. It said, close the doors. You're going to donate 100. You're going to donate 20,000. You're going to donate 1,000. I'm exaggerating. Don't shoot them back.
Yeah.
I'm just being silly. But he's catching some smoke from that, man. And it didn't look good, man. The video didn't look good, bro.
Rightfully so. I mean, I've been on both sides of that table, man. And just being transparent here.
Yeah.
I've been on the side of the table where you get to speak somewhere, and I'm almost sure he spoke at a convention or something.
Yeah.
You get to speak, and you get a fee for your speaking.
Right.
A lot of times the offering is tied into what you make.
Okay.
So that part of it, when I heard it,
that makes
I
sense.
cringed, man.
Yeah.
Like, because I've always been on that side where I arrived to church, man, hurting and hungry. Like I showed up I drove to this convention because I needed something.
Yeah.
And then I get there and I'm fed. And I do want to bless the man that fed me. But when you give me a dollar amount saying I got to give you 20 or 50,
wow.
What do you put on me if I only got $5?
Right.
The condemnation I'm walking out with, the word don't mean as much now because now I'm walking home feeling the same way I left.
Yeah, you're like, so it's like, do I get a $5 blessing?
Yeah,
because somebody gave 400.
Yeah. And then if you new in Christ, man, if you mature in Christ, you give what you give is, this all I got, Lord. So but if you just knew and if you walked in the building just looking for something to change your status, you're at the end of your rope,
right?
And then you sitting there. and you go, whoa, this was awesome. And then you go, I ain't got $20.
Man.
They locking the door on me.
Locking the
And then do you leave?
Right.
And be the do you get up and walk out and everybody looking at you
put
like
that finger up and go down. You go down. Excuse me.
It bothered me, man, because I've also been the guy that has got up and asked for offerings.
Yeah.
And you can ask my wife, man. It took a lot Thursday, Friday, and Saturday preparing the offering so I didn't sound like that.
Right.
So that people, I mean, the Bible says cheerful giver.
Yes.
If I get asked for a dollar amount, I ain't cheerful no more.
Yeah.
So I feel for him in a way that it went viral, and I'm sure he didn't mean for it.
Yeah.
And I didn't get to hear, but I heard his explanation wasn't.
Yeah, that explanation was kind of.
Oh, but I didn't get to hear it. But
you didn't get to hear it?
No, I didn't get to hear his.
All right.
I just seen the actual giving.
It wasn't terrible, but I was like, there was no sorry. There was, not that he had to be sorry, but it just, I think like, as my wife said, humility in it. Like she felt like it was just orchestrated or defensive. Like instead of being, hey, I'm really sorry how this came out. This was not my intent. This happened years ago. I can see why it would look this way. Man, please let me tell you, what I saw was a lot of, I'm not judging. There was a lot of diverging and going here and I've done this and I've given this. And I'm like, okay, when you start doing that, man, it's like.
I mean, you got young people today that's already thinking the church is hypocritical. And the church right now is, especially the black church, man, we not in good light right now.
Yeah.
And you got young people looking at church as hypocritical. Then you got a situation where you can come and validate it and say, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm in prayer right now. Pray for me.
Right.
That I may have made and said the wrong thing. Yeah. And whatever happened to apologizing, bro? When did men think it was not man?
Wow.
When did that happen? When did our value system change where I'm sorry or I apologize? It's weak now. It just, he could have came out and said, I'm in prayer, I'm in counseling, or you could have said anything.
Right.
But just if you're saying that he got up there and just gave excuses as to why, that's not what we need right now, man. We're looking for, we're looking for leaders, man.
Yeah.
We're looking for people to say, my bad.
My bad, dude.
It was good enough before.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, I like that. The word sorry, man. Dude, that's a hard.
It just, I mean.
You think Elon is sorry?
No, dude.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
I said we're looking for men. Remember?
Oh my God, yeah,
okay,
you're right.
I'm getting in trouble. I'm getting in trouble the first
look,
20 minutes.
Sorry.
No, he ain't sorry. Man.
No, that dude ain't saying sorry. Man,
dude.
Elon, you hurt my stock. I'm sorry, man.
No, you heard everything,
dude,
man. 401ks, dude. This guy.
Dude.
I mean, I don't like going down that route, but yeah, he ain't sorry.
No, bro.
He ain't sorry one bit, and unless it's hitting him directly.
Yeah.
But it's still he gonna twist it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I know, man. Oh my gosh, bro.
Elon ain't been sorry a day in his life.
Man. Yeah, man. That dude. Anyway, hurt my stock, man. I had to let my stock go, man.
Dude,
anyway,
$7 trillion.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, man. Elon, what you doing, Elon? Man, fix it, man. You gotta fix it, bro. That BYD coming for you. Oh Lord, let me. China coming, man. I don't know. Trump putting them tariffs on. We about to see. I don't know, man. Oh my gosh, but BYD coming. I saw a thing where I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No, you saw what?
I saw a thing where they were, China brought the Tesla plant in, right? So hired all the workers, but I was watching this thing on YouTube, and China was like, "Yeah, come on in, Elon. We're gonna learn how you do your stuff, and then do it better."
Yep,
bro. And that's what they were saying. Some of the people from Tesla left Tesla with the BYD.
Yeah,
and the base model cars for BYD are $13,000 and $16,000, and the Model 3, which I have, is $32,000, bro. And full self autopilot for Tesla is like a $10,000 subscription. Where I was just reading, BYD is trying to implement next year the full autopilot as part of the package of the car, bro. Bro, they ain't playing.
When we gonna learn, man? I mean, I grew up in an automotive family.
Yeah.
And I remember back in the 70s, 80s when China came over here and was like, we don't know what to do.
Right.
And Ford, GM going, this is how we do things here.
Yeah.
And they ain't doing but steal it and make it better.
Make it better.
Make it better.
Dang,
and they just
bro.
took their philosophy of just, improving things.
Yeah.
Took it, ran with it. Then all of a sudden we sitting there going, Japanese cars are tearing up the American market. And what are we doing today?
Yeah.
History repeating
Man,
itself.
history repeating itself. So you say you grew up in the automotive area, man. Let's talk about that. You're from where?
Detroit.
Detroit, Michigan, man.
D-Town, baby.
D-Town in the house. Shout out to D-Town. You
That's
next
right.
door to me. Cleveland, man.
bro.
Yeah, I had a great uncle out of D-Town, man.
I mean,
So-
we throw rock in Ohio, man. How many times you go to Cedar Point?
Never.
You know what Cedar Point?
No.
Bro,
Cedar Point?
Cedar Point.
Oh, I thought you said the Pony. I was
No,
like, what
Cedar
is-
Point, man. How many times you go to Cedar Point?
Oh, man. Dude, I grew up on Cedar Point. Hey, Cedar Point, we need some free tickets, man. If you want to sponsor the 2Gs,
Shout out
hey,
to-
we got some family. Come on, Cedar Point, man. I got my girl Jasmine over here. She got 4 kids, man. She want to take them to Cedar Point, the best amusement park in the world. Let's go. Yeah, man. Detroit. So you grew up in Detroit, man.
I grew up in Detroit and lived there and then we ended up moving to the suburbs when I was about 14, 15.
Uh-huh.
And I grew up in a place called Westland,
Okay.
right next to Inktown. Everybody know Inkster. It's hardcore ink, baby. Inktown ain't no joke. Inkster, Michigan, ain't no joke. Baby.
Why is it? Why they
it's-
call it
it's-
Inkster?
You really want to know the real story, man? Inkster?
Yeah, man. Dude, this you, man.
Dude, this is this core right here.
Oh, man. We about to go deep. Let's
Inkster,
go.
Michigan was named. Henry Ford recruited black workers,
Okay.
and he put them in a town called Inkster.
Okay.
The nickname was Inkster Ink Spots.
Bro, stop.
Now, I ain't lying, dog.
You gonna make me do a research on that, bro. When we run this video back, I'm gonna have
Henry
Jasmine
Ford-
find that
yeah,
for me.
Henry
Inkster.
Ford. All the black people who grew up or worked at the plant lived and families lived in Inkster. And it's still there to this day. It broke off Westland and Wayne, Michigan. Dearborn, Michigan is where the Ford headquarters was, the Ford
Okay.
main plant. And then all the white people from Ford lived in Dearborn.
Dearborn, Michigan.
Dearborn, Michigan,
Okay.
man.
Yep, I know that.
Yeah,
Wow.
'cause
Inkster.
Inkster, Michigan. Westland is right next to Inkster.
That's crazy.
And I grew up
bro.
in Westland and stayed there until, married and moved on.
Yeah. So who was in the auto field?
Oh, man. You ready for this?
Yeah. Let's go.
All right, man. My dad and his 2 brothers,
Okay.
all Ford men.
Wow. What's up, Dad?
What's up, Pops? My mom's father and all her brothers,
Yeah.
Chrysler men.
Oh my gosh, bro, you had a daggone
And then it get crazier.
Confederate war going.
My dad's sisters all married GM men. I had the trio, bro.
Dude.
I had the
That's
trio,
wild, bro.
Dude, that people didn't believe when I used to say it. My dad was a Ford man.
Uh-huh.
We go visit my mom's side of the family, Chrysler. Can you imagine the dinners
Oh my
we had
gosh.
growing up?
That's crazy.
And you got Ford against Chrysler. Back when Chrysler was worth $1 stock.
That's amazing, bro.
Yeah, man. I
That's
grew up
crazy.
in all that, man. Back
Yeah.
in Detroit.
Did you work at the plant at all?
No.
Okay.
Well, I tell you what, I did a smart stint. I had no desire, bro.
Yeah, I get
Dude.
it. You was around it. Yeah, bro. You smelled oil and gasoline all your life.
Man,
You was like, I want to smell like Polo or
Bro, I used to
Obsession.
pick up my dad and go. I know it's weird. you growing up when you 7, 8, or 9. You
Yeah.
looking at like, man, they making bank.
Right.
But when you got older, man, you start realizing when they walk out, the look on their faces,
Yeah.
man, they look miserable.
Dang, bro.
Or you look at you,
Yeah,
Dad. My
I
dad
get
got to
that.
be there at 5 in the morning, and I can drive now. So I'm like, Dad, can I
Right.
keep the car? I'll take you to work.
Yeah.
Man, my dad looked miserable going. So,
He was like, man, these guys are not happy.
man, they walking in like zombies.
Oh my
And
god.
I'm thinking to myself, man, what the heck is going on?
Yeah.
And I mean, Ford gave me like a little scholarship.
Yeah.
Because my dad to go to college. But I'm thinking to myself, as long as they don't include me working in there,
Yeah.
I'm totally, dude, I had no desire.
Oh my gosh.
None.
So what'd you do, man? What was your first job?
Man, 16?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Mickey D's.
Mickey D's.
We all got to start at the D.
Yeah, I started at Sherwin-Williams. You did Mickey D's.
Mickey D's, man. My mom's knew a friend, and she hooked me up when I was 16. And I worked at Mickey D's, man. Then I worked at, remember the place called Ponderosa?
Oh, my God, man.
I'm aging myself, bro.
Dude, yeah.
Ponderosa Steakhouse, man.
I'm going to act like I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I don't know.
I don't even think there's one left on the planet, bro.
Oh, my gosh.
I was a cook at Ponderosa, man.
Ponderosa, dude.
Flipping them steaks, bro. No, I mean, after a while, you start, number one. They had numbers, remember, 1, 2, 3. And you just like cooking steaks, man. Come home with just grease.
Gosh. Oh, dude. Ponderosa is like that was like the Ruth Chris of, that was the Ruth Chris for us back in the day, bro. Ponderosa, dude, oh my gosh.
Ponderosa Steakhouse, man, with them little clips you put
on. Oh my gosh, man. You thinking you was doing something at the Ponderosa.
I thought I was doing, people say, man, you work at Ponderosa? You got to hook up. You got to hook up.
Oh
no,
my
bro,
God.
I ain't got to hook up, man. I ain't got to hook up.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious, dude. Ponderosa, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's legit. That's cool. So I know we started the episode off, man. You dropped God in there, man.
Yeah.
Were you raised in the church, man? Who was the godly people in your family?
Man, let me tell you. I break my walk in 2 phases, man. I have that walk where I call it where I knew of God.
Yeah.
Like I grew up, my early years, I lived with my grandparents.
Okay.
We lived with my grandparents in Detroit.
Yeah.
And you couldn't help it. Okay. Me and my brother, man, you got church founders, my grandparents, the church founder, Church of God in Christ in Detroit. Grandfather, head deacon, grandma, all up involved.
Right.
They the kind of church was Monday night, Tuesday night. So as kids, grandma had to take us. Then my parents at work. Well, we go to church Monday night.
Bro.
So yeah, man.
Flashbacks, bro.
I'm talking about cutting the grass with granddaddy at the church, man. So
dude,
I knew God existed.
Yeah.
And my grandmother was, oh my God, we talking Bible scholar, man. Taught at the Bible college.
Yeah.
Missionary.
Wow.
She took, when you talk about being an influence for you about God and operating in faith, that's who you look. I never seen her angry. I never seen her frustrated. She just had this faith that just, and then you being stupid and young.
Yeah.
And then you don't get caught.
Yeah.
And you realize just got this grandmother on her knees,
bro,
praying. Or she'll call you, you about to mess up out of the blue.
Oh, bro.
And just praying for you, baby. Come on, man. And then you go see her and give her that forehead kiss. Man, I'm getting goosebumps, bro.
Dude, man,
I grew up in that presence, right?
Yeah.
And I knew of God, but I was running, bro.
Yeah.
I just, there was something there. Your grandmother constantly saying these things about you. My nickname was Lammy, for God's sake. Lammy.
Wow.
So you knew something was there, and she's speaking this. You going, hey, Grandma, what you talking about? I ain't trying to, you know.
Yeah.
And then I call it my second phase, man. I'm married now, wife. We started searching. We got hungry. When we became one, a hunger came over us to like. And then we found this. We got invited to this church.
Okay.
It was like you grow up in churches, some churches, and you just there.
Right.
But then you go to this church, it's like, dude, this based on the word. What are you talking about?
Right.
I ain't see that in the Bible. Ain't nobody ever told me that. Dude, that's God said that about me.
And
I'm just like,
yeah, that's good, bro.
And then I'm looking at the same book going, dude, I've been around church all my life. Ain't nobody saying nothing like this to me.
Right.
And it just took off. It went to a phase where I found out who God truly was and who I was in him.
Okay.
And then that phase happened, and it's just been a
What year was that? What year was that?
Oh, wow, man. It's aging me now, bro.
Yeah.
That's like early 90s, somewhere.
Y'all got married around that time?
Yeah, we got married it's like, I'm going to say early 2000s. I'm sorry. Early 2000s, man. And late 90s, early 2000s. And it's been a walk of just, I call it purposeful.
Yeah.
I got my church hurts.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna hide it.
Yeah,
I don't fake the funk.
Right.
I ain't perfect.
Yeah.
I'm not guy that super holy.
Yeah.
That I don't say that I was wrong, but I had my church hurts along the way. But
that's big.
I never ceased that foundation that I got as a kid when I knew that he was there.
Right.
And after that, man, it's been a ride, man. I've had the privilege of being in the pulpit. I had the privilege of being, prison ministries and just.
That's good.
I've had those times, man. But it all comes back. And I'm not trying to. This is not a knock. I hope nobody misunderstands me, man.
Go ahead.
I'm not knocking church,
right?
But because I enjoy church from a worship standpoint,
right?
Like I love to go to church and just worship.
Right.
If it just all worship, I'd be.
I love worship.
I'm just at that point, man, where it's just about the intimacy.
Of
that one-on-one time with him,
right?
And just seeking his face, and his answers and
that's okay, man.
Dude, that's where I'm at, and I'm not. I've not found a home that I can say,
right.
But man, I get so much just being.
Yeah, that
rapping. Let's picture him wrapping his arms around me.
Yeah,
and just
bro,
going,
that's real. That intimacy I'm with you on that. I think I'm there too, man. That's heavy. I want to go back a little bit.
Yeah,
you talked about grandma. CJ, on this last episode we were talking about grandparents and stuff like that. He's a grandparent, and I asked him what the difference was. I hear your grandmother is a big part in your life as far as your faith, man. Where do you think we are as far as like grandmothers today? I think of my grandmother. You were saying some things, and hey, grandma, again, she'll be 95 this year.
Woo,
and,
God bless you.
Yeah, God bless you, grandma. And I'm just, I'm thinking, when you were talking about her, my grandmother I never saw her mad. Always just that stoic face. She was robbed 2 years ago, pushed down. She got up. She said, I was good. Yeah, man. And on her way into church, man, and God kept her, my grandfather's gone and this, that, and other. But my grandmother always had this. They have this love. I can't. And I felt it when you were saying it.
Yeah.
And it's just like you said, they would say things that you just like, where's this coming from? Or what are you saying, grandma? And, why is it? Where do you think we're at as a culture and as a society, man? I think those matriarchs of our families, man, are becoming extinct, man.
Yeah.
How do we get that back? Where do you think we're going with all this, man?
As a nation, or as a culture, I think we're in an identity crisis, man.
Okay.
You have grandmothers, man, that are now mothers.
Right.
They're taking care of their kids, and they can't be that role. They can't even step in that role because they can't separate it. They're one and one. It's all one.
Right.
I just think we're in an identity crisis, man. We just, we're confused. We're confused as a nation, one, but as a culture in whole, I think we're searching for. We're searching for who we are in the wrong places.
Wow.
You got. It cringes me when I sit with young people, man, and male and female, and they have a perception of who they should be, and what they are, and they're getting it from a place where it should be from patriarch.
Wow,
it should be the Rock should be sharing this with you.
Yeah,
remember there's kids today when you tell them ask them about their origin and history, they don't know it. Because the foundation isn't in this proper role.
Okay.
Like when we were growing up, no matter what happened, we can go to grandma.
Right.
Even in the neighborhoods, what happened to Big Mama?
Yeah, bro.
Every neighborhood had a Big Mama.
Yeah, you're right.
Now we don't have. You don't have no big, little, no mama. I mean, you got young
invisible
lady,
mama.
You got. I mean, it's just. I think a lot of the grandparents, man, we've lost the respect for the elderly or the people who were here before us. I mean, I think I told you a story of that young man the older gentleman I met in the airport.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just when he told me that we don't love ourselves.
Wow.
We don't even love ourselves.
Wow. You hear this, man? 60 cal.
We don't love ourselves to the point where how can we love someone else when we don't love ourselves? And we don't get that. I mean, I can say 100 times.
Yeah.
My grandmother was the example of love.
Right.
She was that. She didn't even have to say it. She didn't have to tell me she loved me.
Bro, my grandma.
She don't have to say it 100 times.
Bro, that's the realest thing.
My grandma used to always say, baby, you don't ever want to be a leaking vessel so that if I say something, I got to keep saying it.
Hold on. You got to say that one more time. Say that nice and slow, bro. So
It's when someone says something to you, you don't want to be a leaking vessel that they have to keep saying it over and over because when they say it, it runs out a little hole. So when my grandmother says, I love you, it didn't have to be said. I can look at her and know because my vessel, she made sure that I was full, that there was no leaks in my grandbaby.
bro.
Now, parents have their role in that. My mom and dad were awesome.
Yeah.
But there was a different relationship I had with grandma.
Right.
That my mom and dad could do this, but the foundation was my grandparents, man. My grandfather, even my wife, you can ask my wife.
Yeah.
When I said think of, oh my God, I'm a godly man.
Yeah.
I don't even have to look at a book. I just close my eyes and think.
Whew.
I close my eyes and visualize my upbringing. That was a godly man.
Wow.
So I don't need to read a book saying, be a man, page 101.
Right.
I close my eyes and say, thank you, thank you, granddaddy.
Dang.
Because it's amazing how, as we get older,
Yeah.
we realize what they were saying.
Yeah.
But if I'd have been a leaky guy.
Right. It's funny you say, I'm thinking about grandmother, but you made me think about my grandfather because he worked for, GM in Cleveland because we right down the street from each other, Detroit, Cleveland. But I remember grandpa coming in and he would work his shift, smoke Pall Mall non-filters, come in there, bro, dirty overalls, GM outfit, or come in, and then he would go to the garage, put on his overalls. One of his homies would come through, pull up. He would do brakes, tires, oil changes, all kind of stuff, transmission fluid, And I'm just like, and then he would come in, bro. He would come in and sit at the dining room table. He would get that goop in a bowl of water, bro, and stuff. And my grandmother would have that stuff set out. She'd be over there cooking dinner, and he'd sit there. Clean his nails.
With that orange smell.
Yeah, that orange.
Smell you just,
yeah, bro. Oh, bro, you already know what I'm talking about. That goop, and he just sit there. And I just sit there and watch. And I remember I could still smell it. I could still see him doing that. And he would clean himself up, get all cleaned up, take his stuff off in the laundry room. He would go to the shower, take a shower, come out, grandma have his plate on the table. And and then he may step out for a minute. He eat, gonna put on a suit, tie, shake, come out, his hair slicked back, had hair like yours, remind me of you, clean, come out, got his gold on. And it was like, I watched this dude go from Clark Kent to Superman.
Come on, man.
And then I'm sitting there like, he'd step out, come back in. Hey, Gramps, hey, yo. And he talk like, hey, blood. He had that Paul.
Yeah.
Man. And he'd go in, lay down. My grandma called him Shorty. His nickname was Shorty. Hey, you good, Shorty? Yeah, I'm going to go lay down. And he'd go lay down, man. And what I learned from him, man, my grandfather, and this is getting to the point of what you're saying, not saying I love you. When he got older and I got older, I would say, oh, Grandpa, I'd come in, check on him. I love you. Yeah, have a good one. He could never say it, bro. He could not say it. I'm like, he would not say it, but it didn't stop me from telling him that I love you. All right, Grandpa, I love you. Yeah, you take care of yourself.
Yeah.
So then when I think about it, bro, when my mom was coming up, when we were coming up, when we moved to Cleveland, when my mom went to college, he would drive down from Cleveland, take his Fleetwood Cadillac, lace it with plastic. He would go to the butcher, bologna, hamburger, hot dogs, all this stuff. Drive it down from Cleveland to Hampton, Virginia. Bought us a freezer to put in my mom's apartment when it was me, my mom, and my brother and I. He'd load that freezer up, put food in it. And then I was like, all right. Then when mom finished school, we moved up to Cleveland. He did the same thing. Make sure we had soap. We had Dial soap out the ass. We had Brute Irish Spring, bro. Old Spice, man. What I'm saying is we had everything we needed.
Come on, man.
But he never said I love you. When I look back, he didn't have to.
He had to.
That dude, like you said, godly man. He didn't go to church like grandma did. But I look at him and I go, man, he loved us.
Yes.
We didn't have the best of everything. We didn't have the Jordashes or the Sergio Valente.
Yeah,
but we never lacked on that dude. Bro. Yeah. And I know he loved us. But that's
dude. I mean, there's stories that my mom would tell me when they were growing up.
Yeah.
Because they had some house fires, some crazy stuff, man. Yeah. And there's some stories I'd be like, what?
Yeah, yeah.
And it's just like, my grandfather had these things that I laugh at today because I find myself doing it.
Yeah.
He had some things that was in the family was non-negotiable. Mm-hmm. This is in the Harris household. This is how we do it.
Okay.
So the boys, everybody knew that.
Right.
So when they were young,
church
was not going to church wasn't an option.
Yeah.
And my mom used to tell me stories that the car broke, and my mom comes from a big family.
Right.
Man. She is like 8, 9 of them.
Yeah.
I mean, and they would load up on the bus in the cold.
The city bus?
City bus.
Wow, bro.
She said we had to walk like blocks to get to the bus. And it was not optional. We were going to church. And I just watched that carry over.
Yeah.
And as he did stuff, the little things he did, that work ethic came right over the cow.
Dang, bro.
My grandfather's work ethic, dude.
Yeah.
Like you said, came home, cleaned his hands, changed this. I mean, he would do this at work, come home, shower, change, head to church. Come home from church, something broke in the house, fix that.
Dude.
And then you look up, and he went to bed, and then you look up, it's 4 a.m.
Yeah.
You woke.
Wow.
Got to go do this. Or he'd say, hey, Saturday, I want to take you boys to Eastern Market. Eastern Market is that place, man, where you could buy a whole hog, that kind of place. The fruit stands out there, and we used to walk around, and I used to watch them make that money stretch. Negotiating.
Wow.
You know, grocery store it costs.
Yeah,
he out here going, I give you this much.
Yeah.
Just making it happen, bro. And you just sit there, that whole thing that gift just carried over, man.
Dude, man. That's crazy, man. When I think about my grandfather too, man, that dude, he was tough, man. Bro, he didn't finish high school, dude. He came, made World War II armory weapons, I guess, when he first got to Ohio from Alabama, dude. I mean, these dudes, I don't know if they build them like that anymore,
dude,
bro.
let me tell you. I told my wife this about a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
If my grandfather was here today, he'd be embarrassed.
Bro, ooh.
He'd be embarrassed at where men are. The watered down version of men. Masculinity has gone. Man, let me tell you something.
Oh,
I've been around some people that I go, what?
Yeah.
I thought people I see on TV, and I'm going,
yeah.
I mean, when did we start wearing and carrying and conducting ourselves where the women are running the house?
Yeah, bro.
Everything is out of order.
Yeah, bro.
Biblically out of order. And Sandy was like, you think I said, my grandfather's thing.
Yeah.
He didn't yell or anything, but if he was upset, this is what you get. Boom. A pound on the table.
Yeah.
That means everybody shut up.
Yeah, bro. Shut up now.
Yep. You arguing, just boom.
Yeah.
Me and my brother playing, making a lot of noise. Boom.
Bro.
I mean, he need peace.
You knew.
You just knew. That's what he would do today. Boom.
Dang,
because we are just in a state of lack of men, real men.
Right.
Leadership, everything.
Yep, and I talk about that all the time, man. I feel the same way. Just Yeah, I think my grandfather would be embarrassed, man.
Yeah.
He'd be like, man, what's going on? We just soft, man.
We, you know, sometimes I think we so trying to make it
Yeah.
that we lose ourselves along the way. That we just so caught up on, I gotta get that bag, or I gotta do this, and then we start worrying about what other people think of us.
Yeah,
We gotta wear this, we gotta look this way, we
Right.
gotta act this way. That we lose who we are.
Wow, chasing.
And then all of a sudden you look up, the person don't even look the same. They don't act the same because they sold themselves out along the way.
Wow, bro.
And I feel for them because I've been in those rooms, man.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we want to go down that road yet, but
Yeah, man. Give him a taste of a room, man. Let him know, man. Give him
it's I tell people all the time, man, get in the room, bro. If you looking to level up, or you want to, it's not just business.
Right.
It's just be around people who achieved what you achieved.
Yeah.
Get in the rooms.
Right.
Get yourself in the rooms. Learn how they talk, how they act.
Yeah.
I mean, you can not talk at first if you don't want to talk. Glean. Just watch them move.
Watch.
Get in the room, and you're gonna find out something that they ain't got their stuff together as much as you think.
Ooh.
You're gonna get in the room and you're gonna learn. Talk to them, say, oh wow. And you're gonna find out they can ask you as many questions as you want to ask them. Because they still searching too.
And you chasing them thinking they got it all
And
together.
you chasing people thinking, they still got the same insecurities,
Wow.
the same confidence issues, the same on and on and on. What you battling with that's keeping you from starting, they deal with every day too. They just have developed the mindset to know, go anyway. Do it anyway.
Do it anyway.
Do it where you are now. And you get in that room and you start talking to people and you go, wow. And you realize, you're going to start realizing like, man, they talk different. Their mindset, they think this way. Like, they don't talk about people and gossip in these rooms.
Wow, bro.
They ain't worried about, they talking about processes, systems, goals. Get in the room and be around that. But while you in the room,
listen,
don't lose who you are.
Dang.
If you were a prayerful person before you went in the rooms, keep praying when you get in there. Don't lose God on the way.
Golly.
If you didn't pray, start praying once you're in that room. Because I'm telling you, the temptation to be something that you're not is in the room. You're going to start going, man, I need to be like them. Or to fit in to this clique. Oh, I think these guys got it going on.
Dang,
you start being what they want you to be, not what God called you to be.
Man, you cooking.
You lose yourself in the rooms, you're done. You're done. Because you're going to just spin your wheels because you're going to start thinking, oh, they like me. They don't need you.
Golly.
They don't need you.
They
already
rolling.
got it. And you in here trying to impress people when you don't have to. Because trust me, they want to know what you got as much as you know. But you sitting there trying to fit in, guess what? You've lost your chance to be the gift that you're supposed to bring.
Oh, man. Boy, you on fire, bro.
No,
oh, my gosh,
you
on fire. Hey, I'm going to back that up with a scripture. A man's gift makes room for him and brings him before great men.
Yeah.
Don't lose your gift going in the room, man. Man, you throwing fire out here, man.
Man, don't lose yourself. Man.
Oh my gosh, bro.
I'm speaking from humility. I've been there. I've been that guy. I was that guy.
You've been that guy. Trust me.
I've been the guy that's in this room, dude, trying to like look this way and conform to this and you know what? I started looking like a fool.
Dang, bro.
But when I walk in the room and I'm Calvin. And I got something to bring.
Yeah.
And me and carry Christ with you in this room, baby. Walk around and listen. Because guess what? They're going to be asking you a ton of questions. Jeez. You don't have to get in here and sell yourself. Just, they're going to figure it out that you got what it takes. Because when you're in the room, you meet these people, man, you're going to be like, oh, wow, dude, you're going to realize you belong.
Fan this dude off, man.
You're going to realize you belong.
Let me fan this 60 cal off. That barrel glowing, man. That barrel fire red right now.
I just want people to stay. When you get that chance, that's how you blow it. Because you get there and you try to, I don't get wrong. The whole fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
Okay, it has its place.
Yeah,
it not does. In the room.
Oh.
Because.
What you saying? They going to be able to tell you faking it?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. The real, I mean, there's going to be some fake people in there.
Yeah.
The real people that you need. Okay.
Oh, shit.
Want to go next?
Yeah, take your time.
When you're in the room, the next place is the table. To get invited to the table, you got to be you. Because if you're not, you're going to end up either sitting at the wrong table that you don't belong at, or you're going to be forcing your way onto a seat that's not for you. And you're going to keep trying to sell myself. Oh, I can do this. I can do A. I can do B. I can do C. I can do D. And then you just selling the strength of what you have. Because if you keep selling, you know what's going to happen? The bad ones are going to say, I got a table for you. But you know what? You can set that table. You can clean that table.
God dang. Man, Cal.
But you never, you can even, you'll serve the table.
Oh my gosh, bro.
They'll let you serve them forever. You'll never sit at that table.
This dude.
Find you a table that your value is appreciated. If they don't value you, walk away. Sit at a table that's for you. And you know what's going to happen? At this table, that table, this table right here, guess what's going to happen? You're going to be learning so much.
Wow.
And this table going to give you some wood. You're going to get wood at this table. This table you sitting at, this going to provide you some nails. This one right on here, I got the tools now. And you know what's going to happen? Table 1, table 2, table 3, you're going to build your own table now. You got all the supplies.
Bro.
You build your table. You invite who you want at your table. Now you level up. And when you walk in the room, they coming to see you.
Man, we can end the podcast right here, man. I ain't got nothing else to say after that. I'm like, bro, this is just a begin. Oh, my gosh, dude.
It starts with getting in the room.
Oh, my gosh,
You know how many people won't get in the room?
How many?
People won't. They just don't think they belong, or they think that I'm not there yet. Get in the rooms, because that's the only way. They put their pants on the same way, and then you gonna realize, man, they not as smart as me.
Oh my gosh, dude.
They just, this is carrying over to the stairs, bro.
Oh my God.
When you in that room, you're gonna realize that it is the same thing you're doing. They just been around it long enough to know how to overcome it. But you got to get in the room to learn that. They talk different. Like I said, they're gonna. It's being in the room is gonna help you, make you realize, God, I got it. I can do this. But if you lose yourself, you go into the elevator.
Nuggets is dropping. Don't stop, man. Keep going. We at the elevator now. What happens on the elevator? Explain the elevator to him, bro. I don't know if they're ready for that, but we gonna go geek. Let's give him the elevator, bro. Break that down to him. Jesus, Lord, thank you.
Okay. And again, I'm speaking from. This is what the mistakes I made, and I'm at that point in life where I ain't afraid no more. My mistakes is another person's stepping stone. That if I can help you not do this, then I've done, what the Lord has asked of me. But when you in these meetings and you start getting I got this.
Yeah.
The temptation is going to be to jump on the elevator. Because when you start doing more in life, and I mean it's just your mindset starts. It ain't got to be money.
Right.
When you start thinking different, talking different, acting different, carrying yourself in a different manner.
Yeah.
It took a lot to get you there. I read a quote years ago. It said, people are jealous of what you have. They're never jealous of how you got there.
Woo! Man. Oh my gosh.
They want to get on the rooftop, but they don't want to pay the price of what it takes to get on the roof. Those haters push the elevator. The elevator, and you got a choice: the elevator or the stairs. I tell people all the time, and I mentor them, and I talk to people. I say, whatever you do, take the stairs.
Take the stairs. Take the stairs.
Take the stairs. Do not jump on that elevator. First of all, you push the button, it lights up. And you sit around a bunch of people, because you're not, the elevator is always crowded. It's the easy way, they think. So you're around a bunch of people. And then on the elevator, you get on the elevator, and you're at the mercy of crowded room and people pushing floors. So you just ding, ding, ding. You're riding an elevator full of a bunch of people that's looking for the quick, fast buck.
Oh my God.
It don't work. And then as you're going up, and you're trying to get to the penthouse.
Yeah.
But what you do like Calvin did. You going up the elevator. You're on the third floor. It's like, ooh, what's going on this floor? And you jump off. You jump off. And you go, dang, this wasn't what I thought. Then you got to wait to get back on the elevator.
Ooh, come on now. You got to wait.
Got to wait. But if I'd have took the stairs, now don't go on. The stairs is the hard way. But if I'm going to say anything right now, people, the G's out there, all you G's, take the stairs.
Talk to them.
Do the hard stuff. Don't be afraid to do the hard stuff. Take the stairs. You want to take the stairs? Every step is a stepping stone, a skill. Everything you learn, make the calls. Do the calls. Make the visits. That's a step.
Yeah.
You learning the business as you take the stairs. You learning whatever you need to do, take the stairs.
Wow.
Let me tell you.
Wow.
One thing I learned about the stairs compared to when I was in my elevator days.
Yeah.
When the power go out, the elevator dead. I can walk on the stairs day or night, darkness or light.
Man.
When I say power, you ever been in a situation where, oh shoot, you climb the elevator.
Yeah.
Your funding gone.
Yeah.
They took your funding. On the elevator, you're at the mercy of other people.
Ooh.
But if I'm on them stairs,
but
and I'm making them,
dude,
because you climb these stairs, bro, you like, I'm making these calls.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm promoting myself.
Yeah,
I'm out passing out CDs.
Let's go. Yeah.
I'm climbing these stairs,
Hustling.
bro. And you realize that, dude, after a while, you be like, man, my endurance.
Right.
I'm starting to get a little stronger.
Oh my
gosh,
calves
and my
Kill
thighs.
Get him 60 cal.
My
Get him.
thighs are like, then you start, I'm climbing a little faster.
Oh, snap.
That climb a little faster. You look up, oh man, I'm on the fifth floor. And you like, okay. Then you level up. Okay. I can hire some people.
Right.
You learn some lessons, though. You take a step, maybe slow, because you don't know how to hire yet. You hire some people. Now, guess what? You got more time to work on your business, not in your business.
This is good,
climbing stairs. You going up. Then all of a sudden you look up, and this is what I love about it.
Yeah.
On the 8th floor,
Yeah.
you close your eyes.
Yeah.
All of a sudden you're on the 11th floor. That's called favor. That's called putting in the work.
You didn't
God just threw a little grace. God just put a little grace on there.
Oh my gosh.
You putting in the
whipped cream.
You putting in the time. You putting in, like people, I'm on the grind. The elevator is a trap. It's the system. The system over here controlling how fast you climb. Over here, it's all on endurance. The stronger you get, the more skills you acquire.
Yeah.
It just builds that dog in you. The
atomic dog.
I used to tease my son this.
Yeah.
When we walk into a meeting room,
Yeah.
I'm looking at people's thighs.
Yeah.
I want to be with them stair climbers.
Cal, you wild, bro.
Put me with them
my
stair.
gosh.
Bro, lift your pants. Let me see your calves. Because I want to be with them stair climbers,
The
man.
stair masters. Let's
Dude,
go.
I wanna
Let's
be with
go,
them
bro.
stair climbers,
All them
man.
hikers. You a hiker out there? You a hiker? You a stair master? Let's go.
Yeah, man. Just go.
Oh my gosh, bro. Dude. Boom. I gotta get a sound effect for this guy, man. You need your own you need your own sound effect, emoji. Oh my gosh, bro.
I just let that soak in, man.
Yeah, soak that in.
Let that soak in, man. And let me
we
tell
need a
you,
referee blow the whistle.
it just Just take the stairs, man. It's glory on the other side of the struggle, man.
Jesus.
Take the stairs, man. It's a trap the other way. Don't get wrong.
Yeah.
You might get there.
Yeah.
But let me tell you something. When you get to the top, that stair climber, I knock you off. You ain't got endurance. You ain't got the strength. You ain't got the heart when things get tight. Because over here, I got heart.
Cal, you killing them, Cal.
On the elevator, do I knock you off?
Oh my.
Because you ain't got no work ethic. I mean, okay, over here, I got up every day at 4 o'clock.
Oh my gosh.
At 4 a.m. I got up every day at 4 and put God in the first. Over here, you pushing buttons, trying to meet the next great this.
Wow.
And when you get there, I'm going to knock you off.
Wow. Man, I don't think y'all. Hey, I wasn't ready for this. I mean, I kind of had an idea, but God, dog, man.
I don't know where.
Oh my God, bro, you flowing, bro. Oh my gosh, bro. There's so much. Oh my gosh. He said the stair climber gonna knock you off.
Yeah.
Don't take that elevator. You soft on that elevator.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
man.
dude. There's so much you said.
Come on, man. Cause I got teased by a young man. Told me, well, what about the escalator?
Oh wow. The escalator.
I said, bro, you still.
There's always somebody trying to find the cheap
no.
The escalator. He mid-soft.
It's just, when you do it, and you know this, man.
Gosh,
when you go to the gym or whatever, man.
Yeah.
When you do, just fall in love with the process. And not try to push a button to try to get you, because you know what's funny? People that take the elevator never really start.
Dang, bro.
They just always that close. They just like, trying to find the next best thing. Or I'm just trying to get the perfect camera. I'm trying to get I need the perfect software. With a guy on the stairs, dude, he started with what he had. And got better as he went. He mastered this software. He mastered this software. Instead of keep trying to chase.
Right.
And read every book. And I can't do this till I read this book.
Oh, my God.
It's the elevators, man. You never really get started because you push the up button, but you still stand out front waiting.
And this dude 10 flights up the steps.
Yeah, you looking up
you
going,
still waiting for the, oh my God.
Is it coming down or not?
Oh my, no, it's on floor 12 on a holding pattern. Somebody hit the emergency E-stop.
Yep.
And this dude steadily climbing the steps, thighs getting swole up like Schwarzenegger or Lee Haney. Oh my.
Swole.
Dude.
He get to the top, he'll rock.
Dude. That ain't no faking the funk right there, bro.
No, dude.
This came off the tongue. If you think this guy blowing smoke, you got problems. You got problems if you think that was just scripted right there. That's straight flowing, bro. Oh my gosh. Are you the stairs or the elevator?
Yeah. Take the stairs, bro.
Jeez. I don't know how we got from that to grandma.
That's everything. I mean, I think about stairs and everything.
Dang, man.
Not just business. It's stairs and just do the work, man.
Do the work.
I mean, it's like you hear these people. I mean, I knew a lady, man, that this is back in my personal training days.
Right.
I think about her often, how she's doing.
Yeah.
But this lady, man, she put this money up. Dude, we losing weight. She doing it, man. She owned the diet. You don't get that kind of client to eat right. And they come in sweating. For her to come in one day and say, okay, Calvin, I thank you for, I said, whoa, we rolling.
Right.
She lost just the amount of weight just to go do the surgery now. She had to get below a weight to go do.
She went 5 stairs and then got off and took the elevator.
It was hard. It was hard.
Yeah, I get it.
Some people just.
I get it.
Some people just
some people tap out. Dang, man.
But you can also, like I said.
Yeah, you can climb too fast.
But I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
The haters.
Yeah.
They only hate the one part. They ain't hating how you got there.
No, man. They waiting for you when you get there.
Yep.
They want to celebrate with you. They sure ain't climbing them steps with you. They ain't carrying the backpack for you.
Nope.
That extra cinder block you got on your shoulders. They gonna meet you at the top. Hey man, we was here waiting for you. We took the elevator. We was gonna help you get all this stuff off your back when you got up here.
That's good, man.
Oh man.
I mean,
Oh my.
The stairs, man, require faith.
Jeez.
Because to get up every morning,
man.
And you know it's a climb, but you get up every morning, not knowing if you're going to make this sale or not. Not knowing if you're going to. It takes faith to climb them stairs, man.
Bro.
And you develop that faith muscle, man, come on, man.
The faith muscle, bro.
And that flowed, man. I don't know. We went on.
No, that flowed. You know what's so scary? I looked down at the recorder because I was like, usually I check that joint to make sure it's moving. I was about to be sick, bro, if this thing wasn't recording. I was about to be sick for y'all, bro. I was like, oh my God. I was like, oh, man, jeez, man. Stairs or elevator. Golly, man.
Dang.
Sheesh.
Yeah,
so grandma built some tough thighs in you, man. She built you for the stairs, man. Our grandparents built us for the stairs, man.
Now, I'm finna say, man, don't say your man. Let me tell you, all right.
Yeah.
Don't say this man's a stair climber. Don't even fake the funk, bro. You trying to be all humble right now? Nah, you stair climber, man. You know when you're around the stair climbers.
Oh my gosh.
You know what I'm saying?
And, I love that, man.
And it's funny because all the OGs that we know growing up. Stair climbers.
Yeah, dude. I ain't even think about it like that.
OGs, man. The OGs, man.
Yeah, bro.
They have the social media.
Yeah.
Think about the old artists back in the day.
Yeah.
Remember the guys passing out cassettes and just please hear me, turn me on. I mean, they're putting in that work, just mastering their craft every day.
Mastering their craft, bro.
It's just
stair climbers. I love that, man. Golly, man. Stair climbers.
Yeah, man.
That's good, man.
Yeah,
that's good.
Just flow it out.
So what do you think the biggest thing that you pulled from your grandmother and your grandfather? Right off the top of your dome. What has stuck with you?
Yeah. Oh, that's good, man.
Yeah.
It's funny you say that because God, that's good, man.
Oh man, appreciate that.
I consistently ask myself, would they be proud?
And
there's days I just wonder, damn, why need they validate? Man, why? I don't need nobody's validation. But those are two people that I just not even here.
Right.
And I'm still trying to impress them.
Right. No, that's real, bro.
But I know how much they sold.
Yeah.
Sold into me. They spoke and putting that time with me.
Right.
My grandfather, dude, he was tired days.
Right.
And but when I think about my grandfather, dude, and this is all he taught me.
Yeah.
Is he worked hard, man. 2 jobs sometime, whatever, and the church. But when he got home at night, man, he had time for family.
Yeah, bro.
And there's times, you get lost in the game. Man, I still remember watching old school wrestling with my grandfather.
Yeah.
The Bobo Brazier and all back in the day in our furnace floats. He looked forward to it on that night.
Wow.
To make sure that we Tigers were on.
Yeah.
Like, go get my boys. And no matter what the grind was, he had time for family. And I want to carry that on, man.
Wow.
I want to carry that legacy of a man and making sure that his family is. It never was perfect, good, but he was there for them.
Yeah.
And my grandmother, man, when I sit there and smile when I think about her in the mornings.
Yeah.
My grandmother, I know she was calm and all this stuff.
Yeah.
But my grandmother never lost the love of Christ, was so strong. And I used to tell my grandmother, I want to know, like how much God loves you. She walked in a mutual love.
Right.
I want to get that place where I wake up and I know he loves me, but my grandmother's just had this.
That's good.
She walked in this surety that he was with her.
Wow.
And you can find her in the midst of cooking.
Yeah.
It could be doing the books at church. And just all of a sudden mumble, "Thank you, Jesus." You'd be like, what you thanking him for? but she never lost his making sure his presence was there.
Dude.
Well, I get up in the morning, I go,
Yeah.
that's my quiet time with God.
Yeah.
But do I carry him all day?
Right.
My grandmother, he was.
Man, she had him. Like Samsonite luggage on the side.
All day. Or she would start humming.
Wow.
You go, oh my God, she there cooking.
Wow.
It just, dude, it's just, man.
That's good, bro. That's
so
a
I just
great
want that
answer,
mutual.
bro. Yeah.
That, I know I love God. But to know that that level where she had it.
Yeah.
Boy, I want
that, bro. That's heavy.
I want that, man.
That's heavy, man. It's like, I think we all want that. We got family here today, so if you hear voices in the background, we've had a celebration. We had a 2-year celebration today. We ate brisket. I got some ribs out there. I didn't cut them up yet, man. Mac and cheese. We had it all, man. So we got our family here. So if you hear them in the background, you just gonna have to deal with it. But it's we dropping golden nuggets from heaven right here, bro. This is heavy stuff right now. But you made me think when you were just talking about grandma, I'm just like, dude, I remember my grandfather. Oh man, I lost my train of thought. I was gonna say something, but my grandfather, he kept money in his pocket.
Yeah.
He had Chevy. It was a good job, and then he did that side hustle when he come home. And he was big on family. He'd sit around, watch the Indians game, Browns. That dude would read the front. He didn't finish school, but my mom would tell me my grandfather would read the newspaper front to back. Taught, learned to read, taught himself, and then knew everything that was going on.
Yeah.
He was like a daggone almanac.
Yeah,
bro,
that's my grandfather.
And so I was like, but my grandmother told me a story, and then he just kept doing it. I guess one of her brothers came over or something. I don't know if this is right, Grandma, but somebody in the family, cousin or something, didn't have any teeth. And my grandfather was like, you got to take care of yourself.
Oh,
everybody should have nice teeth.
That's good, bro.
Nice teeth, bro.
That's good, bro. That's good.
My grandfather goes, I need you to go make an appointment and get you some teeth or some dentures, and then I'm going to pay for it. Bro, and I'm sitting here, and I'm like, Grandpa did what?
Gangster.
Bro, you know how many teeth my grandfather bought, bro? He bought some teeth for people in the family, bro. It was just like, but I'm like, here's this dude, didn't graduate from high school, hold himself up like a man I hate using that term bootstraps because other people like to use that, man.
True.
But, he did his thing, man.
That's true.
And then gave, man. And then, dude, you got to have some dignity about yourself.
Come on, man. Dude, that's a bar.
Dude, man, just dignity about yourself. Get you some teeth. You'll feel better. Just shouldn't be walking around like that. And I'm just
man.
like, I'm thinking to my I'm like, bro, I want to do that for people. I want to buy teeth in my own way. You know what I mean?
Man.
I want to be able to reach people in that kind of aspect,
bro.
man. And just, I pulled from my grandfather, man, hard work, loyalty, family, putting in that grind and cleaning up yourself and having a good time at the same time, dude, and doing for others, man. He lived that, bro.
Yeah.
Lived it, man.
Yeah.
And I'm just like I said, he wasn't the most loving guy. He wasn't all huggy-duggy and that and other.
Yeah, my grandfather.
But his actions, bro.
Spoke volumes.
Bro, his actions shook Mount Sinai, bro.
But you know what?
Yeah.
I'm going to ask.
Yeah.
His actions mirrored his character.
Oh, wow, dude. Jeez.
That's the OGs, man.
Yeah, man.
They character spoke for them. They ain't need to say nothing.
No, man.
His actions was like, master with his character.
Yeah.
People back in the day, they say, that's how he is.
That's how, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's how he is. That's how he is. Ain't not going to change. Ain't not going to change.
That's how he is. And then to tag along with grandma,
Just,
like you said about, wanting to know, like Jesus loves me like that. I was in our quiet time. We had this thing, man. It's crazy. I don't know if y'all will find out, man. We just tight right now. It's just we kind of had this similar time, a quiet time, and we got the same devotional. I know y'all probably, that's another, I don't want to get too all, we just got this devotional that we read in our quiet time every morning. So you probably seen it. But I was telling your son-in-law and your son, I was like, today I was just crying in my quiet time, just thankful. And, I was telling them, man, I was having some human moments. You were talking about your back yesterday. I was restless in my sleep last night. I was just thinking all kind of crazy stuff, man, about the pod, just about life stuff going on, things I wanted to get back into or desires that I had that probably ain't appropriate. I ain't going to get on all that, but you know me, you know me. But anyway, I was just like, I said, man, and I said, I don't know if it's the culmination of you coming on the pod, how everything has changed in the last 4 weeks. Yeah. And I'm just like, I don't know if it's that thing like run to was comforting to me. You know what I'm saying? And this, that, and other. And I read my devotional today, man. And that thing says something, I'm kind of paraphrasing, like, your issues is not a deterrent from my blessings.
Yeah, yeah.
And I text you and I said, man, I'm snot bubbling on the couch, bro. Yeah, and I'm sitting here like, I don't deserve what's going on. And I'm thinking this and I'm feeling this way and I'm moving this way and I want to do that way. And then I read this you can't block my blessing.
Yep.
I'm good enough. I got it covered.
Yeah.
You going to, bro. And I read it like, this is so on time. And when I want to know, you love me, right, God? Not that I'm asking for it.
Yeah, yeah.
But it was just right there at that moment. It is exactly what I needed. Like,
it was, man. It was, it was on point.
And it just made me go, okay, I'm done with it. I'm not gonna worry about it. It is what it is. You said you got it.
You got it.
You got it. I'm gonna keep moving, man. I'm sitting back in the funnel cow.
I think as men we struggle with that.
Yeah.
I mean, I do.
Yeah.
I'm just being trans. When people say, "Give it to God,"
yeah, man.
I think I always take it back sometimes.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I give it to God. I gave it to him on
back.
Monday.
Yeah.
But then I wake up thinking about it and I try to solve it, but I took it back.
Yeah.
It just make it worse.
Yeah.
I make the whole thing worse, man.
Oh my gosh, bro. I
got to work on that, man. If I give it to God, and I'll be like, Lord, you can have this.
Yeah.
I'm done with it. But it's amazing when you give it to him.
Yeah.
How it always pop. It's like it comes back harder than it's like,
it's
Lord,
crazy.
I gave this to God. Do I jump on it? No,
yeah.
I think I got a solution. I think we fixers.
Yep.
We're men are fixers. So we think,
we are.
Oh man, it's my opportunity to put this to bed.
We are fixers, man. We are. And I was sitting there thinking about that today in the devotional, and I was just like,
dude,
I was crying, man.
Yeah.
Because it just hit me like saying, I got you, man. Keep it moving.
Yeah.
And then I was good. Came out of my quiet time. My brother called me. We had a conversation. That was crazy. Soon as I was like done on my quiet time, my brother rings the phone. And then we just had a real discussion about just life, man. And that season that we're in where
that's good.
Where
man.
people we're coming to a season where people are going to start leaving this place in our life. And we had that discussion this morning. And some of you may be there. I'm getting to the age where, my parents are getting older. My aunts are getting older. My grandmother be 95 in August. God willing, I love her. And it's just, we're coming into that season, man. And it's just, I'm asking my brother, what do I say? We're going to have to say something, and you start thinking like that. We're in that, it's in the air. It's in the atmosphere. So it's just like, we had that kind of conversation, man.
That's a tough conversation.
Yeah, man. But it's life.
Yeah.
It's just like, my brother's talking about like, man, Val Kilmer died, Top Gun.
Yeah.
Wyatt Earp, Tombstone, Doc Holliday. I'll be your Doc Holliday. I'll be your Huckleberry,
People we grew up.
Yeah, man. And he was just like, dude, clock is real, bro.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, to be able to sit here and just like share this wisdom and talk this stuff with you guys, man. And with him.
Man,
Dude, you.
It's such a, I just look forward to what.
Yeah.
It's both of our passions, man. Is to give. We like to help.
Yeah,
we help.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And
if
any way we can keep you from making the same mistakes,
that's it, bro.
Or motivate you and inspire you.
Yeah,
that's where I'm at right now. That's why I said I started with transition.
Yeah.
And I just want to go back to my natural gifts.
Yeah,
and I like to inspire people and build people up and help people in any way I can, and this is the just the platform,
right.
We can get this in front of the right people at the right time, and
this is
change people's lives, man. Make a difference.
Oh my gosh, you killed. Oh my gosh,
dude. Now, okay, you knew it was in you all along. Come on now, don't fake the funk.
Well, I was telling your son, man. I was just like, I knew something was in me. Like,
yeah,
your son-in-law is a PK kid.
Yeah, PK kid, man.
Yeah, and I'm a PK, and we were just talking. I was like, man, I never felt the call to the ministry.
Yeah, see, that's
and I was like, but I know I have to do something.
Yeah,
and it kind of started. It just started with the pod. I was telling them while we were eating, just kind of like the origin of how it started with me and Mario and this, that, and the other. And I was just like, and I said, I feel like this is it. I just don't know where it's going, man. So I feel good giving this out. And when people see it or people like it, man, or I saw, CJ was on and he said this, and I saw, Mario said this, or your wife said this, and Obi said that. Shout out to all the people that's come on the 2Gs, man.
Man.
Just sharing their stories and their greatness and, all their wisdom and about life, their faith, or wherever they're at, man. And I'm just like, I was like, that's it, man.
Yeah.
I wanted that. And I wanted it to be genuine, man. I knew having you on here is just, man, we ain't even hit the daggone pinhead tip. Bro, I just like.
See, man, it's like you just said, man. If you just could have somebody at them early years.
Yeah.
And could just say, hey, Cal, look out, man. Just do this. Or just, because, everybody got their own journey. Everybody got their own walk. You're going to go through what you're going to go through.
Yeah, you got
no matter what I say, you're going
to go through it.
But if you know that the part of that going through is important. Instead of like, I was thinking, man, when it got tough, I was like, man, I must not be doing what I'm gifted to do. I quit.
Yeah.
Or I just want to,
exactly.
Man, why does everything got to be hard? And you realize that it's a process to build you.
Yes.
And it wasn't until, and we both talked about this, until you realize that, let me say this. I'm trying to say this the right way. But
say it. Just say it.
When I told God, I said, God, I want to do this. You're talking about all the great things. You want to touch, all this stuff. And God came back to me and said, what about you?
Yeah.
In other words, you got to become this person before you can do this.
Yeah.
So I just spent the last 2 or 3 years just focusing on becoming the man I need to be.
Wow.
To be the best husband, the best father, the best son, the best whatever he calls me to do. And then life changed.
Yeah.
But if somebody could have said, hey, man, I'm a build. I want to do this. My don't get me wrong.
Right.
I always tell people, short steps, long vision.
Yes, short steps, long vision.
You got this vision, and I applaud you for it.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, when somebody comes to me with a vision, my heart melts for. I'm just like, oh wow, awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then when I come back and say, what type of man needs to make that happen?
Right.
Then they look at me like, focus on being the man that needs to make that happen, and then it'll happen automatically.
Yeah, man, that's
automatically.
Crazy. Yeah, I'm just thankful for. I'm thankful for you coming on here, man. You said a lot, man. It's
I don't even know. You get flowing. You just like.
Yeah, we just getting started, man. We just getting started. I think this is one of the biggest things I loved about the pod, man, that I wanted to get from the podcast, that I wanted people to get from the podcast is what we're sharing. I was telling your son-in-law, JC, and I was telling E, I was just like, I didn't have these things growing up, If I did have them in the way that it's delivered, I probably wouldn't have made some of those drastic decisions. That was way out left, bro.
Oh, that's good.
Way out left. I went way out left, and it took God to come way out and get me, but he did it. And that's how I know I have something to say and do. But I think, in those trials, I was telling JC, like, that's my story. That's not my shame. It's my story to keep you from shame.
Yes.
Oh, man.
I'll say that again, but come on now. That's a bar.
Oh my gosh.
That's my word. That's a bar.
Oh my gosh. It's my story. It's not my shame. It's to keep you from shame. But I think that's what it sounds, even though we'll hear the audio.
That's good, dog.
Yeah, but I just this is important because we don't have how we started this episode, the grandparents that we did when we were growing up. We don't have the patriarch, the matriarch. So we have to share these kind of stories, hoping that there is a young grandmother trying to turn it around and flip the script to change the course of a generation that is heading straight to hell. And I don't mean hell fire. I mean, like, life is going straight to hell because everything is falling apart. And if your family is falling apart, I hope that this podcast episode speaks to you, that you can start to change the outcome and the circumstances of your world. Just takes one stair that he talked about, not the elevator, one stair at a time to make a difference. We got 4 minutes left. We about to end this episode. We got so much. I think we could over talk, and I think the message has already been said in this. I want to thank the Moore family for coming out and spending time with us. Jasmine, JC, Big E, Sandy, Lisa. I don't know all the granddaughters' names, but they out there. They chilling in the living room. They keep looking in, they wanting to say, or they out in the studio looking in, and they want to see Grandpa doing this thing, man. This has been a family celebration, man. This has just been a generational thing, man. We about to disrupt the system. He mentioned that in this episode, and that is our thing, to disrupt the system that was built to destroy you. Yeah, we're going to disrupt it. We can't destroy it, but we can teach you how to maneuver within the system and disrupt it. Yeah, Jesus destroyed it. He's showing us how to move through this joint. Come on. And if you ain't churchy, you can still learn from what we got to say. You can still disrupt it. And on your journey, he'll find you, I promise. This is Big C, 60 Cal next to me. I'm going to let him close it out. We are just two G's talking. 1, 2, 2, 1, 2 or 1. All that stuff. We got all kind of goodness. You can reach us at JUS, the number 2, the letter G, S at gmail.com. We're on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, no, X, not triple X, blah, 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 Facebook, all that stuff. Not on Snapchat. We don't really get down like that, but we can get on there. We'll let one of these youngins set it up. But I'm going to turn it on to Mr. Calvin Moore. Man, take us out of here, bro. Man, I want to thank you and you and the fam, man, for just giving me an opportunity to just come on and share from the heart. Yeah, and I just want to say, look, everyone that's out here that's listening, or the G's, we love you. Yeah. This comes from love. Yeah, bro. And everything that's being said here today is coming from people that just genuinely care. Yeah, absolutely. And I hope you feel that because we can get passionate. Yeah, because we love if we can make an impact in your life. Right. Yeah, absolutely. So yes. God bless you. Yeah, we appreciate you. We love you. Yeah. And I look forward to next time. Yeah, next time. We out of here. Peace. Look, it's a new wave. Before I touch earth, God had my plan paid. Don't let me get in the spirit, them demons getting slayed. If you live by the sword, you dying by the blade. Always stay one move ahead, never can be played.